Welcome back to Zebit Extra v
Back
Phoebe.
to Zebit Extra v Phoebe.
Today is our July recap of TV that we watched.
TVs.
This is our After Just One Episode series where we watch a number of new shows and let you know what we think about them after just one episode. If they're going to be worth your time, if they're worth our time. Maybe save you a little bit of time.
Spoiler. One of these was so good, we didn't just watch one episode.
Yeah.
We binged like the whole season.
Almost. We have one episode left.
We do.
But,
and then I'm going to binge season 2.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a new season. Actually, I don't know if they released all the episodes.
I don't know. But let's get into this.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. I do want to remind us all what we watched last month.
What did we watch last
So
month?
we can see if we actually finished any of these episodes. So here's the shows we watched. The After Party. I was really excited to watch another one of those. We have not watched it.
We have not. No.
The Geography of Bliss with Rainn Wilson. Have not watched it.
Negative.
How about this one up here in the corner?
I can't see that. Oh, that's Silo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Silo we binged.
We watched all of it.
All of it.
So good. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, and I have to say, this is one of the very few shows, movies, whatever, that I didn't feel like the ending was like a
No-brainer.
cookie cutter kind of ending. It had a twist.
That one's on Apple Plus. There's a lot of TV on Apple Plus, and it's been one of my more favorite streaming services lately.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a more better one.
A more better. So the next three were Rabbit Hole, Stars on Mars, and based on a true story. We didn't watch any more of any
Rabbit
of those.
Hole we can watch more of?
Yeah.
I do want to watch more of that. I do.
All of these we can watch more of.
Okay, well, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't think we could.
The Fubar one, you could also watch some more of that.
Fubar.
Maybe watch that on the plane without me.
Why?
I don't want to watch it. I did not like it.
Oh, man.
Dancing Queens, you could also watch that.
Good buddy.
And Drag Me to Dinner. Big no.
That pattern is full.
Yeah. Okay, so those were all the shows. Out of all of those, we only watched one of those, and we watched all of it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did binge all of it.
We liked it quite a bit.
But there was at least one other one that I still want to watch a few more episodes at least. Yeah. That's that Rabbit Hole.
Okay. All right. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about outchef'd on Discovery?
Outchef'd. Is that the one we watched yesterday?
No.
Oh.
So we have two food shows for you this time.
Yeah, we do.
So outchef'd is where they fought against Alex. What's her last name?
Garnishelli. Yes.
Was it just one guy that fought against her?
I thought it was 2.
Was it 2? We watched this like a while ago.
It feels like forever.
Like right after our last episode, so I can't remember too much about this.
Yeah. I do remember it was fun.
They have to cook something, and then there's a blind tasting, and he has to get at least one person to choose his.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
They pull random people off the street. They taste Alex's food and his food.
There was just one chef.
Okay.
That went against her, and yes, it was like
and it was a surprise. He thought he was coming there for like an audition.
Yeah,
but it was like nope,
Top
you're
Chef.
competing right now. Yeah.
And they're like, yep, your competition starts now.
And here's who it is. Oh, and he was walking through a hall, and it showed all the chefs, right?
Yes.
So he didn't know what that was implying, but those are all the people you could potentially go against.
Right. And so in the first episode, the both of them make a really good meal. It would really be hard to outcook an Iron Chef, though.
But all he had to do was get one person to prefer his meal to her meal.
Yeah.
And they were just random people off the street.
Random. Like, literally, they showed the guy going out into the street and talking to people, being like, hey, you want a free meal?
Please, come eat food. And people are like,
no, I don't think so.
So anyway, he does get one vote.
He does.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that for this review.
Well, that's okay, because I think one of the really cool things about this is because he beat her, they take her picture down off the wall and put his up instead. Yeah.
This was fun, too, because we just finished, or we were about to finish watching Chow House, which we did end up watching all of that.
We did
that was from a couple months ago. And so we just have been watching her on that, where she's the mentor / judge, and now she's on this, and it was pretty cute. So we like that. I want to watch another episode of that.
Yeah, I would watch more.
I had forgot about it, honestly.
I did too.
All right, let's talk about Black Knight. This is on Netflix. And this is all in subtitles, right? Because they're Korean.
Yes, they are Korean. It's a post-apocalyptic Korean TV series.
And the resource that's in short supply is oxygen.
Oxygen.
The Black Knight is this guy who delivers oxygen in his big truck, and it's very like Mad Max, where you have to be aware of who's on the road.
Exactly.
And then you're introduced to a bunch of different people in the culture. The culture's like separated by low tier, middle tier, high tier.
Yep.
And the high tier are like actually getting prepared to actually move into like a really epic place to go live, apparently.
Yes.
Everybody's living with like minimal oxygen in their own little houses where they can't leave or they're going to die. Yep. And the upper people are living in like an open sphere full of air, plants, all this stuff.
Kind of like that dome they just built in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's like that, but if the inside were all
just
greenery and yeah. So anyway, I thought it was pretty good. It felt like I was watching a comic book. So I think it probably was a comic book first.
It possibly.
I didn't research that, but I think I liked it maybe a little bit more than Tim did.
I think you did.
Since we didn't both love it, we probably won't end up watching more of this since there's
Not
stuff
together.
like The Lincoln Lawyer, which we really like. So let's talk about that next. The show that we binged is The Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer.
We saw that season 2 came out, and we were both like, why didn't we watch season 1?
Right, because like, I mean, I don't know about you, but like when I watched the movie,
I never saw it.
Oh, we'll have to watch it then.
Okay.
It's a fun movie. It's quite like season 1.
Okay.
But it's just it was a good TV show. I mean, it was quite similar to the Matthew McConaughey character. He did not go, all right.
Does he do that in The Lincoln Lawyer?
I doubt he does.
Oh.
But,
Well,
Matthew McConaughey's always doing that.
I think for me, the reason why I didn't push to watch it is because I didn't recognize any of the cast except for Sydney from Scream. She plays one of his ex-wives. But then after we got into it, I started recognizing some more of the people, but I wasn't like pulled in by the main casting. But the cast is really good. So it's a very compelling show. It really draws you in. There's so many different elements of the plot that they can explore.
Exactly.
And that just really, it drew my interest, and we watched all but one episode.
Yeah.
So.
And we would have watched that last episode, but we had to go to bed last night.
Yeah. Well, we didn't watch it all in one day, but this week we've watched it all. We've watched like 2 episodes a day. So we definitely recommend that. If you're going to watch any of the shows we talk about today, I recommend that one.
I would check that one out. Yeah.
So it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
The next one we want to talk about is Outer Range. This is on Prime. This is the one that's like Yellowstone. Why don't you go ahead and talk about it? Because I wasn't a fan.
Outer Range? No.
It's
you're
the one
talking about Joe...
No, it's the one with Thanos, where he owns the ranch.
Oh.
Josh Groban?
Yeah.
No.
Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. So Outer Range is...
Don't give up too much about this because it's a mystery.
It is. It's very much a mystery.
But I didn't like it.
Like she said, it starts pretty much like Yellowstone. It's a rancher
in Montana, Wyoming.
One of those. I mean, we've been watching.
There's another one we have coming up that happened in Wyoming.
I think maybe he was Colorado.
Yeah. I think
something
so.
like that. Anyhow,
he's on a ranch. It's failing because people are coming in from all sides, kind of trying to take over his land. Right?
Yeah. So like part of his land gets stolen from him, and so it was interesting, but it's one that if I don't watch again, I probably wouldn't be upset. But if I did watch again, I might not be upset.
I will be so upset.
I you know what I'm saying?
So it has Thanos in it.
It also wasn't super cringe.
No, it wasn't cringe. I was just bored.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be kind of like interstellar, kind of time travel-y,
I have no idea.
Between different dimensions.
Well, yeah, it had to do with the gods.
Yeah, so to be clear, it's not just like straightforward Yellowstone. There's like a fantasy kind of element.
Yes.
That's not very fleshed out until the end of the episode. I think also the first episode was like an hour and a half long or something.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
I was just like,
pretty long.
with this show, come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite show, but...
It's on Prime. If that sounds interesting to you, if you want a mix of cowboys with sci-fi,
Yeah.
or not necessarily sci-fi, there was something with gods or something.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
I would say if it intrigues you at all, check it out. The first episode was kind of slow, like you said, but maybe it picks up. I don't know.
If you love Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
All right, the next one we're going to talk about is The Big D. This is on Peacock. So this is another dating show. If you've seen Temptation Island, it's similar to that. So they bring a bunch of previously married but are now divorced couples into this villa together.
Not what I thought The Big D was all about.
Into this villa together, and they're supposed to date each other.
In fact, when I saw that, I was like, why wasn't I invited?
You don't qualify, honey.
I know.
Thought we were talking about the actual premise of the show.
No. Oh my goodness. Wow. Bus, come get me.
Anyway, they're supposed to date each other while their ex is watching on. They have different challenges. They do like therapeutic exercises. I only knew about this show because JoJo and her husband.
Who's JoJo?
Not JoJo Siwa, but JoJo from The Bachelorette. She was a successful bachelorette because she's still with the guy she picked. His name is Jordan. Jojo and Jordan, and his brother is the quarterback for the Cheeseheads.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, Jordan Rodgers. That's how I remember his last name. So that's why I even heard of this show, because I saw that she was hosting a show, and I was like, oh, well, I'll go check that out. So we like it okay. It's just okay.
Yeah, I hate Thacker.
Takur. We call him Thacker, but his name is Takur. Anyway, yeah. So it's
I guess hate is a strong word.
Yeah, you don't hate him, but...
No, I don't hate anybody.
Yeah. So anyway, if you love dating shows and kind of like quirky reality shows like this where people were just bored during COVID and so they made a show.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what
it's not bad as far as dating shows go. I mean, it's got a little twist to it, which is nice, but it's basically the same as all your other reality dating shows.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that these are not celebrities.
Right. They've never been on like another show.
Right.
All right. So that one's on Peacock. Secret Invasion. This is on Disney Plus. We haven't done a Disney Plus show in a while. Did you love this? Is that why you did that face just now?
Sorry, you got to remind me what it was.
This is the Snakes on the Plane guy. I forget what his name is.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he works for S.H.I.E.L.D. And this is when he comes back after the blip.
Yeah.
And there's all of the... What are the alien people called?
I can't remember.
So anyway, it's about that. It has Daenerys Targaryen in it.
It does.
And so...
She plays Samuel L. Jackson's daughter.
No.
No? She plays somebody's daughter.
She plays the main... if I could think of what the people's name are...
Peter?
Strike?
Peter Strike? Peter Streak.
The alien people, what are they called?
Skrill?
Skrull. Is that right?
Skrill.
The Skrulls.
Skrill. Skrillus.
So she plays a Skrull, daughter of the main one that we've met in Captain Marvel. And you don't want to give too much away about it, but it's that part of Marvel. So, do you want to watch more of this?
I would have to say, probably not.
Yeah, I would maybe watch another episode, but
it was not.
It didn't really pull me in too much.
I mean, if you're a diehard Marvel fan, you may
watch
love it.
like all of it. Yeah.
You may love it, but I mean, I love Marvel, and I don't know. Like, here's my problem, and I know I've mentioned this before.
Okay.
Disney saturates the market.
Yeah.
They take whatever they have and they just hammer you and hammer you and hammer you with it. And now that they own the Marvel, they're doing that with that. Mm-hmm. And it's too much. I don't need all of the little side stories.
We watched all of Loki.
Right, I love that.
That was more interesting than this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the movie or the show that had Loki in it.
Which I wonder if they're coming back with a new one.
I hope they do. Yeah. I hope they do. But I don't know. It's just enough is enough. Like, you know,
It'll never be enough.
stop cramming Star Wars and Marvel down my throat.
Yeah.
I enjoy both, but I don't need.
Oh no! What if they're gonna do the Indiana Jones on Disney Plus with Phoebe Waller-Bridger?
And that might be the case. In which case, I probably will only watch one episode.
All right, so we have 2 more shows to talk to you about. They're half an hour long episodes. They're on Hulu. They're both kind of reality-ish shows. The first one we're going to talk about is the Prank Panel. This is the most recent one that we watched.
Yes, and
this was cute. The first episode was good.
I enjoyed this. I'm not a huge Johnny Knoxville fan.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. I enjoy some of his movies, but I'm not as big a fan like of Jackass.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of his movies, and I don't like Jackass because I don't like people getting hurt. It just isn't the funny humor I like.
Yeah, I mean I like pranks. Don't get me wrong, I like pranks, and I like physical humor. But it's just I don't know. It's like the constant with the show Jackass, like stapling your balls together, like. I mean, what the even heck?
So the premise of this is that people come to the prank panel, which consists of Johnny Knoxville, Gabri Sidibe, and the other gentleman's name is Eric Andre.
Eric Andre, yeah.
So basically, people come to them and they're like, okay, I really want to prank this person. I need your help to do it. This is what I want the prank to look like.
Yes.
And then they choose one, and then we see it go to fruition. And in the first episode, they choose 2 people's ideas, and you watch them do it. And we liked the first episode. So if you like Impractical Jokers, it's not as funny as that. Like that show we watch and we just like die till we laugh, crying laughing.
But the difference between the two is this show they're pranking somebody else. In Impractical Jokers, they're
pranking each other.
They're kind of pranking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't know. It's fun to see people put in uncomfortable situations like that.
And they do a pretty good, like especially the first one. It's a pretty funny premise.
Yeah,
Also,
the first one of the 2 was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. It was fun.
If you watch this show and you watch the first prank, look out for the famous 80s actor, film star that makes a cameo in that prank. Okay, so
Harrison Ford.
No. She's semi-famous. She's not super famous enough for me to even know her first name. But, okay, so the last one we're going to talk about is The Secret Chef.
Ooh, The Secret Chef.
So, did you like The Secret Chef better or Outchef'd?
That's the one we watched last night.
Well, actually, they're totally different because The Secret Chef you said was most similar to Pressure Cooker on Netflix.
Is that what the other one's
Yeah,
called?
we reviewed that one a couple months ago.
Yeah, so The Secret Chef was good because I like cooking shows.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like
there's a bunch of amateur chefs.
They're
each in their own little pods like Love is Blind.
Yeah, and I mean there was a lot of. There could have been more focus on the cooking.
Definitely. It's not so much about if you want like an actual cooking show, this is not the one. This is more about the game of it.
Yeah, this is more about the game, the interaction between the chefs, and I mean it was okay, but it's one of those ones that like if you wanted to watch, I'd watch with you.
I'd watch another one.
If you didn't want to watch, I would not watch with you.
Yeah. I'd watch another one because I like the game of it. Like I would probably be more inclined to watch this than Outchef'd. Just because you're getting to see more like competition reality.
I have to admit, this was much, 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 much better than that cooking show that RuPaul put on.
That wasn't really a cooking show, but I see what you mean.
It was much better than that.
The Drag Me to Dinner show.
Yeah, if you watch Drag Me to Dinner, you'll love this one.
The other elements of the show is that they have like blind tastings where they have to review people's stuff and they don't know who they're reviewing, and then
so
people go home.
That was one interesting part of it.
There's no judges. There's no celebrity
Right.
judges.
The judges are the actual cooks themselves. And so they have to cook enough food for, everybody to try everybody else's
like 20
stuff.
people?
Was it? I thought it was like...
Maybe No, maybe like 14, 12 or 14. It was
Yeah,
like 16.
maybe 10.
Yeah.
Because it was they had the screen divided, I think, into 5, and when they were showing people coming in. But I don't know. It was okay, but it wasn't. It wasn't my favorite cooking show.
It was no Lincoln Lawyer.
It was no Lincoln Lawyer. It was no Top Chef. It was, shows like Top Chef, they focus on the actual chef and the cooking more, and I enjoy that more.
Yeah. Speaking of cooking shows, did you guys watch till the end of Chow House? Because that one had a surprise ending.
It did. That was another
was
interesting for us.
Oh no, Tim and I forgot to talk about this one. It's called Joe Pickett. It really wasn't that memorable. It's about a game warden or something like that in Wyoming. You can watch this one on Paramount Plus. The storyline just wasn't like very exciting or too interesting. However, I did like it better than Outer Range. So yeah, this one's just okay.
So anyway, those are our 9 shows. Let us know if you've watched any of these and recommend shows for us to try down in the comments below. And we hope we saved you a little bit of time.
Yep. Hope so.
That's going to be it for today. We will see you back in a week or so with another movie review, probably, because we haven't picked out a book to read. Yes. We hope that you watched our book review that we did that took us a long time to film, but we finally did it, and we liked that book.
Did we?
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. We liked it.
Did we like that? I think they'll have to go check the film for that one.
Yeah, you gotta go check it out and see. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you back for another one very soon.
Bye.
Bye.